Good morning. Coffee, as always. I'm going to keep this short because I'm having a hard time with my nose, a little congested today. But I want to talk about getting out of your comfort zone, something it's been on my mind a lot lately. And the reason I picked up the Leica M6 is because I wanted to try something different. My photography had stagnated. I wasn't real happy with the images I was getting. And it wasn't because of technical things. It wasn't because of just anything in particular. I just hadn't tried anything new in a very long time. And the neat thing about the M6 is that it forced me to really think about focus, aperture, shutter speed, and really slow down and work with what is in front of me and think about every shot. Now, I've done that with film, and I have a Nikon FE2, and I've done that with my FE2, but the process of learning a rangefinder camera, understanding focus in a deeper sense because of the rangefinder system, it allowed me to think more about my photography. At the same time, I dove into different books and art and all kinds of different things to look at photography differently. If you do the same thing all the time, or use the same cameras, the same lenses, or just shoot the same subjects, you're going to get the same results. Unless you mix things up, try something different, get yourself out of your comfort zone, nothing's ever going to change. And that was a big realization for me. And I'm experimenting more. I'm having more fun with my photography because of the Leica M6. I also have the Leica Q2, and 28mm was a big change for me. And I sold a ton of gear to make that happen because it was fun, and that sensor is amazing. And working in black and white for the longest time with that camera, and now breaking into color with it as well, and understanding what that sensor can do with color and that lens, it is something that is changing things up for me. I, for years, had shot a Fuji system with the different lenses. I had the 56mm, the 50-140, my 35, and the 10-24. And I had done a lot of portraits and landscapes and things like that. But I had gotten into kind of a set pattern of the types of images that I did with those lenses. And I was no longer doing that kind of photography. I wasn't doing paid photography. So I decided to just sell a lot of it and mix it up and have some fun with it, and switched more to passion projects, had a full-time job that took the place of my photography. So I wasn't as anchored to my gear and having those different lenses for different photo shoots. So it freed me up to be more creative, have more fun, and it's more exciting for me. And then I get to bring that to the world and express myself in a whole new way. And that never would have happened if I hadn't changed things up, tried new gear, tried new ideas, tried new concepts, look at art in different ways in framing my photography, and just taking images that I never would have taken before. I'm working on this series looking through Chainlink now, and I've got several images that I'll share with you. And it is making me think about subjects. And the whole concept behind this project is there are things that are in the way of our creating art. And those obstacles slow us down and keep us from really exploring kind of that inner artist. And there are so many things in the back of your mind. Society has so many pressures for what it means to be an artist, or what it means to be a photographer, and all the rules that you're supposed to follow in order to succeed. And it includes here on YouTube, and you're supposed to do a certain thing to make certain things happen in order to get followers and make money by monetization and thumbnails and titles, and everything has rules, but those rules are meant to be broken. And you have to break them in order to realize what your true art and your true expression is. Famous artists that I've explored, people like Georgia O'Keeffe, there wasn't anybody like them before them. And they created art that they just put out into the world, regardless of all the rules that existed. And they weren't trying to make money with it. And they ended up being amazing, famous artists that created amazing bodies of work that the world appreciates. But they weren't thinking, how many subs am I getting? How many likes am I getting? Or how much money am I raking in from my painting so that I can do another painting just like that painting so I can make more money from that painting? They don't think like that, or they didn't think like that. They just put out their art. And I think there is a big issue right now with people not exploring things that are different, that are outside the mold, because they're too worried about progressing, gaining those subscribers, gaining that whatever recognition that they think they need to get from whatever social media, from monetary compensation to all the things that we expect in order to be recognized in today's society. I know I'm ranting, and I know that it's a lot, but it means a lot to me, and it's important to me, and I'm internalizing it. And the reason I'm doing these videos day in and day out is to express that, to really put that out there, because I have to break all the things going on in my mind to keep me from falling in that trap, from looking at my phone all the time to see how many likes I'm getting on each video day after day after day. I do that, and I shouldn't do that. I need to get away from that, and I need to figure out a system or an idea or a concept that allows me to not then rely on that for validation for these videos. Yeah, it's something I'm dealing with and I'm trying to break through. And a big part of why I'm doing these videos is that. So I'm curious, does this resonate with you? Does this mean anything to you? Do you think you have something inside you that you're afraid to share because you're worried about how the world might perceive it? You need to actually get that out, put that out to the world, have fun with it, explore it, expand on it. And you never know what might come of it. And if you don't explore it, you're always going to wonder, why didn't I do that? I'm 59 and I'm looking back, and yes, I learned a lot of mechanics. Yes, I made some money from my photography. Yes, I've had some successes, but am I really being true to what's inside here, to who I am and what I believe and what I want to express to the world? And I want to be authentic. And being authentic means really showing you who I am. And there are a lot of ideas of what people think I am. And I want to break those as well and make sure that people understand the real me. And that is what I'm doing. And that's what I'm going to be doing going forward, and making sure that I am presenting that true, authentic self to the outside world. And the more I do this, the more comfortable I get with that. And it's scary and it is a challenge, but it's me. And I appreciate you watching me. And if you got this far, thank you so much. I'm really curious what you're thinking about these videos. Go ahead and drop some comments below about how you're feeling. I've gotten some cool comments from people talking about being inspired and how they really enjoy these videos. And I'm curious what your thoughts are, what you think of this format. I know it's different and it's not what YouTube expects. And I don't really care if the algorithm likes it or not. And I know I say that a lot. Once again, I'm telling myself that as well, because I just want to make it. And I'm enjoying it day after day, putting this out there. So my name is John Weinberg. Till next time, take care.